Okay, so today the plan is to actually go back and take back our, it's called a wilderness cabin, it's really a hunt camp shed essentially. We want to actually bring it back and use it as a shed, so Sammy and I are going to tackle it today. We got the Rhino all loaded up. We're going to take the tractor to drag it back, and hopefully we can see what we can do about attaching to it, dragging it back, and start just using it as a shed. We bought this nice home, so if we do go hunting here, we're going to sleep in our own beds. We're not going back to a little shed slash hunt camp. Plus, we already have our own hunt camp that we hunt at, so we do the main deer season at that hunt camp, and this would be end of season bow hunting that we do here, where we could sleep in our own beds. So we're going to go to the back of the property. We're going to see what we can do. Little boys are going to help us. Hey, Winnie, you going to help us? Yeah, you're going to help us. And I guess we'll just see what we can do. Okay, so we're at about the middle of our property here. There's this old little hunt camp cabin, I guess they called it. It's really it's just kind of a little glorified shed. We're gonna look back at trying to just drag it back through the bush. Looks pretty big here now that I'm looking at it. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to lift it. If not, then hey, it was still worth the adventure. Looks like Sammy's in here doing a little bit of work. See, so I guess there's no light in here, but it was just kind of a little double bunk bed. Maybe him, the old owner, and his buddy used to come back here and hunt. Little table to sit at, but it is a shed. It is not insulated in any way, and really of no use for us back here. Plus, getting rid of it, moving it from back here, it'll kind of clean up the back of the property a little bit. Just the, it is nice to have a forest with nothing in it per se. Ooh, there goes a little dog. Browning's already tuckered out from the run, and Sampy's closing the gate. Hey, buddy. Okay, so our plans to move this is we got a bunch of old cedar rails here, and we're gonna see if we can't slide 6 or 7 of them underneath from one end to the other. Strap some straps around, take some 2x6s, screw them all together, and more or less just drag it back. I think it'll work. That tractor should be able to lift the shed, no problem. It's not that heavy of a shed. What do you say, Sammy?
I think so.
Should we give her a go?
Yep.
Fairly certain for the time it took us to move that, we probably could have just moved each one. It takes longer to hook that stuff up than to actually do it. So, okay, so lifting the shed was not a problem at all for the tractor. Now we're just gonna let it down. I put some blocks under it. We'll slide those pieces of wood under and see what we can do. Okay, so we got it kind of rigged up here now with 4x4 cedar rails underneath. We got it balancing. They come enough out the back. We'll tie them all together with some 2x6s. And then I guess we'll just lift and drag. That's the plan anyways. Ah, a little bit of coffee, eh, Sam? Good idea. Let's take a little break. So this kind of gives you an idea of what I've done here. I've kind of set up 2 little cribs underneath. I screwed them all in. This is the front side, the lifting side, the heavier side of the cedar rails. When we come around back here, I did 2 sets of 2x6 to tie them together. That's the small side. I guess what I'll do, I might lift this side and maybe try and put a 2x underneath, or we'll see how it lifts like this actually. Okay, there's no time like the present. So you can see how I kind of use these strong cable straps just to wrap around both edges. I put a chain over the bucket, and we'll go slowly. We might have to make a few adjustments on the way, but the plan will be to lift slightly, pull everything out from underneath, twist her out, and then get out of here, eh, Sammy?
Yep.
And we'll drag it that way, and you know, maybe Sam will,
maybe I'll follow
she'll
behind.
follow behind there, maybe take a little video, we can see how it goes. There's not a lot of room to get back, but there should be enough room. The trail is wider than 8 feet, and this little hunt camp shed is about 7.5 feet wide. So we'll see what we can do. That's about all we can try. Okay, well, so good so far. With the weight there, I'm actually using the 3-point hitch at the back. It'd be handy if I had a different style hitch, but essentially I've hooked it up, wrapped around the hitch. It'll lift it up slightly, and I'll go real slow, and we'll take her all the way back. Sammy will, I guess, follow me, and we'll take it all the way back to the lean-to. We'll let her park, and we'll actually probably just leave it on the skids for now. But that'll be the plan. And Sammy, you're gonna give me a follow back with the poochies? Hey? Well, I have to say that went not too bad. Hey?
Yeah, once we figured it out.
Once we figured it out. Well, that didn't go too bad, eh, Sam?
Not too bad.
I mean, we'll have to reshingle it anyways, but
I grabbed a few parts,
well, a little few edges, okay. But what do you say, Sam? Should I just kind of set it right there for right now? I can kind of push it in. I think so. Okay, I'll just push it in there right now. We could always, we'll leave it on the friggin' rails. That way if we have to move it around later, we can. But no, that looks pretty good. Not too shabby for the John Deere. Okay, so the shed is all set up here now. I mean, it's not level yet. We'll figure that out later. But at least now we can clear out some of this garbage. That still works. It just fell off its rails. But yeah, there we go. Close that up. But yeah, we'll get rid of some of this junk out of here and then just fill it with junk from the garage, I guess, like any other shed gets filled with junk. Nothing major broke. A little bit of flashing came off the back. The roof needs an upgrade anyways. It's at the end of its life. I'll get one of those farmer jacks. I'll jack up each corner, put some blocks under every single corner and below. Then I'll take out these cedar rails eventually. I think this is a pretty good spot to keep it. It's handy having the lean there, and we'll have a shed here. And it's kind of an ugly looking shed anyway, so it'll be happy being away from the house, right, Sam? Right on. Okay, good.